Hey everyone, today we will talk about few more topics about EDI in the healthcare industry and few more terms to understand the further details about the EDI. Let's understand it. Talking about EDI, you may hear the term called X12. And what exactly the X12 is all about? So we keep hearing this term as X12, X12 transactions, and also what goes inside each transaction. So being said that, when we say X12, X12 is nothing but, in a simple way, if we need to say that, electronic data interchange X12 is the data format based on the ASC X12 standard. Now the question is, what exactly ASC X12 standard is all about? X12 is governed by the standard which was released by ASC, which is Aggregated Standards Committee, and each release contains a set of messages type like 820, 837 for claims, 811 for the 811 and 820 for the invoicing and billing premium payment. Then you have 270, 271. So these are the different transactions you have. There are other videos, you can watch it on YouTube, which talks about the other transactions like 837, 270, 271, and provides you the overview of it. So this is what the X12 transaction is. So in a nutshell, what we understood here, X12 transaction is nothing but it is released by the ASC, which is the Aggregated Standard Committee, who governs the EDI transactions. So this is the data format based on the X12 standards. That's what EDI is all about. Now the following question what we have is, what goes inside it? So when we say 837, which is used for the claims, 270, 271, eligibility, benefit. So now the question is, what exactly goes in it? When we have to understand that, we have to look at the data. So this is how your X12 data looks like. So this is the raw data. This is the raw data. This is how, if you're looking at the data which is received in the file, it could be the flat file or the text file, the data is very huge. And this is how your data will look like. So I just randomly picked up the sample just to showcase the example. So what we see here is each data element is separated by the asterisk. Why is that? Since these files are fixed file format, so the position of each data is fixed, which cannot be changed. And when I say it cannot be changed, what happens when there is no data for that particular field? For example, their middle name. Not everyone have a middle name. Then what happens? Then you see here, these are the blank spaces, and after that you have the asterisk. Similarly, you see here, these are the blank space between two asterisks. Why do we have that? We have it, that means those fields are optional fields or situation based fields, where for this example there is no data. So since there is no data element available for that field, it is going to be space between the asterisks. What happens, you see here, you have a space and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 digit value, and then rest is null. There is no value. That means this field have a length which can go from 0 to maybe, let's say, 5, 15, 7. Let's assume that the total field length is about 20. So the only 5 fields are used here, and then rest of the 15 is left as blank because this is fixed file format and we cannot squeeze this field over here because this is blank. We cannot do that. So position of each value is fixed. That is how these files are. This is how the data is received. So whether you are looking at the 837, 820, 811, moreover the HIPAA requires, the 5010 requires the similar kind of a requirement, the similar kind of a standard for each of the transaction, each of the EDI X12 transactions. So this is more about how your data will look like. But can we read the entire file exactly like this? And the answer is absolutely no. We cannot look at the file like this. So what do? See here, we use specialized tools to capture the data. And when I say to capture data, in the sense of that we translate these data, we import these files into the software, and this is how the mapping look like. So as you see, each have a property, and this is the name of the file. So this is the 837 X12 837 healthcare claim file, and this shows that from where the data is coming, what is the name of the file. Now on the left hand side, these are all the data elements. These are all the data which are coming in as part of the 837. So now when this file gets loaded, you will be able to understand how the each data looks like. So as you see here, input side reads comma delimited flat file, and the output side produces EDI X12 file. So as you see, we have the input and the output side by side. So it well explained over here, as it says the input is comma separated, whereas when it comes down to the final output, it's a flat file where every field have a fixed position where that is representing its own data element. And that is exactly what your X12 is all about, and this is exactly how your data elements look like. Watch out for more videos. I'll come up with more samples to showcase how exactly each of the transactions look like, and then we can talk it through about those topics as well. And that is it pretty much. Thank you.